Ah, the secrets of the deep blue sea of Shark Tank. Who knew that behind the shark-infested waters and high-stakes pitches, there were so many interesting tidbits and funny facts about the show? Shark Tank, the show where entrepreneurs dive into the deep end to pitch their ideas to a pack of money-hungry sharks. But don't be fooled, not everything in the tank is real. Except maybe the shark's sharp teeth and even sharper business instincts. From fake props to scripted negotiations to questionable investments, it's time to expose the top 10 fakest things about Shark Tank. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the show. Because the only thing more entertaining than watching entrepreneurs pitch their ideas is discovering what's not quite on the level in the tank. Number 10. The sharks don't play nice in the tank. We've all seen the sharks on Shark Tank come together, working as a united front to make some big deals. But as Damon John revealed in an AOL interview, things aren't always as friendly as they appear on screen. Behind the scenes, the investors can get pretty intense, to the point where the entrepreneurs can feel a bit intimidated. It's no surprise, considering how much money is on the line. The sharks are known to have a bit of a bite, especially when it comes to securing investment opportunities. They've been known to employ some sneaky tactics to make sure the entrepreneurs choose them. But thankfully, the arguments never get too personal. They're just in it for the money after all. Number 9. The sharks don't always have a bite to their bark. We all know the sharks in the tank as the ultimate question askers, always ready with a cutting comment or a cunning inquiry. But it turns out these powerhouses of business aren't always as sharp as they seem. According to executive producer Yun Ling's interview with USA Today, the sharks are often fed their lines through their earpieces. The producers, who have more background information on the entrepreneurs than the sharks themselves, offer guidance to ensure the show is as exciting as possible. So when an emotional entrepreneur breaks down in tears, it's all part of the script. Number 8. Some deals are just for the cameras. You may think that every deal made on Shark Tank is strictly business, but think again. Robert Herjavec, one of the most likable sharks on the show, revealed in an AOL interview that some deals are made just for the sake of good TV. This is why the sharks sometimes invest in businesses that require minimal capital. Billionaires like Mark Cuban won't make much money off a startup that only needs $80,000. But if the entrepreneur is charismatic, it makes for good press. Number 7. The hallway isn't exactly a palace. You might think that the hallway on Shark Tank is a grand, spacious affair, but in reality, it's not quite as big as it appears on TV. A former crew member's video tour revealed the secret to the hallway's illusion: camera angles. And for all those curious minds out there, no, there are no real live sharks swimming around in the background. But let's not forget, the show is called Shark Tank, so making the hallway appear larger helps to drive home the theme. And even though it's all smoke and mirrors, the hallway is still pretty impressive. It's the perfect backdrop for those dramatic entrances and exits, and it adds to the overall magic of the show. Number 6. The pitches don't start right away. On Shark Tank, things usually get rolling as soon as the entrepreneurs walk in and start pitching. But as Mark Cuban revealed in an interview with D Magazine, there's actually a bit of a pause before the action begins. The sharks like to take a moment to size up the entrepreneur, with a silent stare down that can last up to a minute. Some might call it a way to calm the nerves of the entrepreneurs, while others might see it as a way to ramp up the tension. Regardless of how you look at it, the fact is that most pitches on the show are incredibly well done. So maybe there's something to this strategy. The sharks seem to know what they're doing, after all. Number 5. The pitches don't follow a straight timeline. When you're watching Shark Tank, you might think that the pitches happen one right after the other. But that's not the case. According to Mark Cuban, who spoke with D Magazine, the pitches are actually cobbled together from segments filmed on different days. This means the sharks have to wear the same outfits from one day to the next. Now, from a production standpoint, airing the pitches in a strictly chronological order might not be the best idea. Imagine if a bunch of bad pitches were shown in a row. That would make for a pretty dull episode. So props to the sharks for putting in the extra effort and donning the same threads day after day in the name of good television. Number 4. Pitches are more than meets the eye. When tuning in to Shark Tank, it may seem like pitches are quick and to the point, but according to Kevin O'Leary, who sat down with Business Insider, the pitches actually last a whopping 45 minutes. That's quite a bit longer than the 10-minute window that is portrayed on TV. While it's certainly more thrilling for the viewers to see the sharks make lightning-fast decisions about the startups, in reality, they have to deep dive into every aspect of the business and examine every last detail. And let's be honest, some of those details might not be the most scintillating to watch, so they end up on the cutting room floor to make the pitches more captivating for the audience. Number 3. Entrepreneurs don't just disappear into thin air after a deal. After a heated negotiation on the Shark Tank, entrepreneurs might seem to just vanish into the ether. But hold on a minute. According to Barbara Corcoran's revealing chat with Yahoo, before entrepreneurs can go home to celebrate or sulk over the outcome, they first have to undergo a therapeutic session with a psychologist to make sure they haven't been emotionally battered and bruised. Given the shark-infested waters of the tank, this is a crucial step. Some sharks are more fearsome than others, and fans will surely recognize that Kevin O'Leary's sharp-tongued quips often leave contestants feeling like they've been bitten. Although these burns are often laugh-out-loud funny, they can also sting and leave a mark. So the post-pitch therapy is a must-have for contestants' mental health. Number 2. Not all entrepreneurs are dying to swim with the sharks. Imagine being lured into the dangerous waters of Shark Tank with promises of funding, only to realize that you're not the one in control. Well, that's exactly what happens to some contestants on the show, according to a crew member who spoke with Mental Floss. Yes, you heard that right. Some entrepreneurs are dragged into the tank kicking and screaming. But hey, it's all in the name of good TV. After all, having entrepreneurs who aren't dying to make a deal leads to much more exciting negotiations and the occasional failed deal, which makes for some of the most entertaining moments on the show. So next time you watch Shark Tank and wonder why some contestants seem less than thrilled, remember, not everyone wants to jump in the pool with those vicious sharks. Number 1. Hold on to your wallets. Not all deals are set in stone. Mark Cuban gracefully declining a pitch in Shark Tank. Contrary to popular belief, not every deal made in the Shark Tank is a done deal. According to Robert Herjavec, as quoted by Cheat Sheet, roughly 1 in every 5 deals fall through. Let's face it, the pressure in the Shark Tank is intense and emotions can run high. So it's not surprising that individuals may not always make the best decisions in the heat of the moment. Regrets and second thoughts are common, especially when numbers are misreported or misunderstood under pressure. And let's not forget, some sharks just like to keep their options open and make a quick escape. So before you run to the bank to deposit your newfound riches, hold on to your wallets. So there you have it, folks. The next time you tune into Shark Tank, remember these fun facts and enjoy the show with a whole new perspective.